Local newsmakers and entrepreneurs talk about local issues on Northwest Notebook with host Ty Ray. Friday, Sunday, and Monday on KVOS TV.
We are at the Skagit Casino with rock and roll legend Eddie Money. The new CD is Wanna Go Back. It's a 60s covers album with all the songs that inspired Eddie to get into the business. And what made you want to do the album?
You know, it was songs I really grew up with. Songs like Please Please Me, into Oh Baby You Do It When You Weep. We called that the James Brown medley. Higher and Higher by Jackie Wilson. Expressway to Your Heart.
That's my favorite.
These are songs that we had a lot of fun with. And I mean, I learned how to sing to these songs, and Randy said, "You want to put a record together?" I said, "I'd love to do the songs I did back in high school." And there's a picture of the band, The Grapes of Wrath, on the cover. Unfortunately, the bass player died in Vietnam, but the other guys are still around, and they were thrilled to death when I gave them a copy of the record.
What's the reaction been like from your fans?
Well, you know, I features my daughter on it. She comes out there and does Ain't No Mountain High Enough with me, which was originally done by Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye. And we do a really good version of that. And then she comes out and she sings the last verse on Higher and Higher. And it's just a lot of fun, and it adds something new to the show that's vintage rock and roll that everybody remembers, and it gives me a chance to showcase my daughter.
Your daughter, Jessie, comes up to you and says, "Dad, I'll be a rock and roll singer." What do you go, "You're nuts"?
I'll tell you, I never really pushed her into the career. I got 3 sons that play guitar, and they play drums, and they're just into music, but I never pushed them in that direction. I was actually wanted them to be a lawyer or a doctor. It just
didn't work out
that way.
You got 5 kids.
Right, I do, yeah, and a beautiful wife.
No wonder you turned so much. Yeah, now, Ready Eddie, 1999. That was the last real rock and roll album you did. You did it with Survivor guitarist Frankie Sullivan.
Yeah, Frankie's good people. Yeah.
Can we expect another Eddie Money rock and roll record anytime soon?
You know, I don't think so. I just finished working with Vince Gill on a project called The Other Side of Money, which is I was down there in Nashville and I did some country stuff. And the song "Give Me Some Water," I redid it in the country version, and it was #2 most added on country radio. Who knew? But I've been working with Vince Gill and working, trying to finish up that country record. And you know, I'd love to make another rock record. You know, I'm working on a play right now called Two Tickets to Paradise. It takes place in the late '60s, like a Hair or a Godspell or a Jesus Christ Superstar. And it's a story, you know, pretty autobiographical of what my career was all about.
You having fun?
Yeah, I'm still having a good time.
What?
2 shows tonight, pedal to the metal.
Man, 2 shows.
Right.
Man, is that challenging?
Not really. It gives me a chance to play more tunes, you know. You have to do the same set over and over again.
Right, you can kind of mix it up a bit. Memories of making music videos. One of the first on MTV. I read where you thought you looked like a JCPenney shoe salesman.
We used Apollonia before she did Purple Rain.
Right.
And we did both those videos for under $88,000. And it was just an amazing to do the. Of course, right now I look like the singing shoe salesman doing it.
I was going to say, I remember quoting you. You said you looked like a JCPenney shoe salesman in those videos.
It was a lot of fun doing the videos, and we were like the king of the video era. I was a heartthrob MTV there for a couple of years.
And then you went through some troubling times too, but you made a great comeback.
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, people say to me, how do you OD on drugs? You know, it was free. There was so many people out there, and just, you know, combination of doing this and that and stuff like that. But I came out of that, made the No Control album, and the worst thing in the world I did when I lost my manager, Bill Graham,
right?
He died in that helicopter accident. But you know, between me working with Vince Gill, the new play, working a new keyboard player, sold out show tonight, I'm having a lot of fun.
You do a lot of charitable work too.
We do a lot of work for Pediatrics AIDS, the American Lung Association, the American Heart Foundation. You know, I think if you got money, if you're you know, capable of raising money for some really good causes, I think you should get out there and do that. And rock and rollers are noted for that. I'll tell you, we're not cheapskates.
You got 5 kids.
5 kids, sure.
You need all the money you can get, right?
Right. We're always out of milk in the house.
And where do you see that future for rock and roll? I mean, radio has changed so much.
Right, it has.
Melodic rock just doesn't get any airplay. Or do you see it making a comeback?
I don't really know. That's why I'm working with this country thing that worked out great for me. Because, you know, country is really very popular right now. People like Keith Urban and, you know, Brooks and Dunn. The music's getting, it's more like classic rock from the 70s now. So I'm doing that, and, you know, I'll be making another rock album. There's no doubt about that.
What's your favorite Eddie Money song?
Two Tickets to Paradise.
Is that because it was really the one that launched
you?
It
was like the one that really got my career going, and who wouldn't want Two Tickets to Paradise?
Absolutely.
Am I right or wrong, girl?
You know, you paid respects to Ronnie Spector with "Take Me Home Tonight." You treated her. I read where you treated her like a goddess when she came in and recorded.
And she thanked me when she got into her Rock and Roll Hall induction. She got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She thanked me, which was very sweet of her.
Do you feel the rockers of today are getting the respect they deserve from the young'uns?
You know what? A lot of kids out there really like classic rock. It's really amazing to see how many people on my website, "Take Me Home Tonight" was still one of the most popular songs in college 3 years in a row, which is really amazing.
Once again, the new CD is "Wanna Go Back." Eddie Money, thanks for being a guest on Northwest Notebook.
Thanks so much for having me on the show.